This is my first video in a little while. I took a little break for good and not so good reasons, and I thought I'm going to come back and do a video on stress and how the yoga and Feel Better with Lauren can help with stress. Interestingly enough, I've gone into a bit of a panic attack. Not crazy, but this is what it looks like when I'm having a panic attack. So let's see if in a panic attack I can help you and me feel better. We've all got stress. Stress is a good thing. There's good things and bad things that happen to us, but being able to deal with stress is probably a great survival technique. It's a great success technique, all this stuff. Now, when the stress goes into sort of a panic mode, perhaps it's not working so well for your system, other than to alert you that you're feeling out of control. And that's what triggers me in panic, into these panic attacks. I look normal on the outside, but inside it's because something that is beyond my control is happening, and because I can't control that, and because it is making me, it's making, I can feel my blood pressure rising, my pulse goes up, and that's not racing necessarily. I look fine on the outside, I think, but inside I'm getting that sort of tight chest and that sort of a little bit of like dizziness. I can feel my fingers, the extremities are coming away, are feeling a little bit tingly and all that stuff. It's because you're out of control. That seems to be the big reason that I get worried. It's things that are out of my control. Now, there's a few stages of things that you have to deal with. My original video was going to be about stress and how to deal with stress. And obviously it was going to end up with Feel Better with Lauren Yoga. That still is the case. But because we're in sort of a bit of a panic attack, let's just see whether Feel Better with Lauren can actually work. This is a true test. First things first, I guarantee you gotta get a control of your breathing. I can feel that when my chest gets tight, I'm not taking a full breath. I'm not getting full oxygen. I'm clamped up. First thing you've got to do is take control of your breath. The next thing you do is take a little bit control of your mind, and that'll come from taking control of your breath. For me, it's going to involve thinking about the things that I do have control, things that are working, even if the things that I don't have control of that are working in my favor. And that can sort of balance that, hey, life is balance. There's some legitimate things that I've got going on that are stressing me out. There's some legitimate things that you have that are going on that are stressing you out. But being in this state of hyper alert is probably not helping. Now, I go to a therapist. I highly recommend talking to a professional about it as well. But getting our body into a state, especially right now in a sort of emergency, is probably a good thing to do. So we're going to take control of our breath first. We're going to take a few moments as we're taking control and sort of balance ourselves a little bit. And then I'm just going to go through a few yoga poses that is going to make me put my brain onto something that's sort of super positive and which will help just control things in general. Interestingly, even just doing this video of organizing myself, of trying to structure myself, even though I don't look all that organized, is already sort of helping a little bit. I'm going to do this alternating nostril breathing. I find it brilliant. Find a spot, if you can sit back, I'm raising my hips a little bit into what we call the easy pose here. Sit up nice and straight, and take a moment and just feel where your breathing is at. Because if it's like mine is or was, it's going a little bit too hard right now. Take my watch off. This is a little. Now as I listen to myself, just straighten up a little bit, and I'll do as we always do. I'm going to clear out the residual air. Just giving myself a little oxygen boost. So breathing in through your nose. Fill up everything and out through your mouth. And in through your nose. And out through your mouth. All the way out. And fill up every single cavity. Raise your arms if that will help you a little bit. your chest, your diaphragm, your shoulders, your nostrils, your sinuses, and absolutely everything out through your mouth where you can't really breathe anymore. There's still a little bit of air that goes into your lungs, but now you've replaced a lot of that stagnant air that's in there. Now, for the rest of this time, let's breathe in and out through your nose. We're going to do what's called Ujjayi breathing. And it's sort of a restrained breathing at the back of your throat. I always say it's like fogging up a mirror, but with your mouth closed. Nice and slow, evenly in and out. Now you're going to take your first two fingers, put them on your forehead. You're going to use your thumb and close off your right nostril. And you're going to breathe. You're going to breathe in just before you do that. Close your right nostril with your thumb and breathe out. So about 5 seconds, and then breathe in. That's 5 seconds, and then switch nostrils so that your ring finger closes your left nostril. Breathe out. And breathe in. Switch nostrils again. Breathe out. Breathe in. Switch nostrils. Breathe out. Breathe in. Switch out. In. And really feel the air go through your nose. Out. And in. And on this next exhale, just really let go. Your shoulders can loosen up. Your neck is relaxing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Still straight, but much more relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Switch nostrils. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now, if you want, you could just keep doing that for a little bit. You could pause the video. You could just call that the whole video. But that's the pace that we want to just keep on breathing for a moment. Your eyes don't have to be wide open. They can be half closed. You can listen to my voice. Now, we're sitting in this cross-legged. We're just going to do a few stretching movements, as much as to put the stretch on our body, but also just to relax your body, to get rid of that tension, and also to just really focus in on your body. So, sit up nice and straight. I'm on a pillow. You can feel the sit bones. Feel how you're connected to the ground. Put your hands in front of you like in that prayer position. This can help get you sort of balanced, right? Everything is sort of very symmetrical. And then inhale, put your hands to the sky. Nice and tall. And then exhale, hinge at your hips. Nice and slowly go all the way over until you can't hinge anymore. Your hands go into the ground, and then let the top of your back fall over. Now you can feel your back opening up. You can feel your hips opening up. And just sort of let that ripple through you as your your elbows go towards the ground. And inhale, push yourself up nice and slow. Cross your legs the other way. Again, sort of ground yourself to the ground. Just feel where your sit bones are going. You're sitting nice and tall. Again, going into that sort of prayer position. That gives you nice balance. You inhale, your hands go to the sky. And then exhale, hinge at your hips. Keep falling over until your hips don't bend anymore. And then let the rest of your body fall over top. Then inhale, pushing yourself up. In slow motion, can you feel yourself a little bit taller? Maybe do a few circles in your head, one way, then the other. And reverse. And reverse. And then reverse. Right arm to the sky, your left arm beside you. Open up the side of your chest here. Keep it on a nice straight plane. Really reach over to the other side of the room. And inhale. Back to the center. Right hand beside you. Stay on a nice flat plane. And one inhale in. And push yourself back to the center. Stretching at your back and stretching at your chest, but you're also, I just really want you to focus in on what you're doing. Focus in on how your body's opening up. Your left arm behind you, your right hand on your knee. Stay nice and straight. Inhale, your spine is expanding, and then the exhale, you look behind your shoulder. Just a seated twist. Each inhale, your body, you become almost taller, and then exhale, you can just twist a little bit more, but I'm not forcing, I'm just letting my body find that twist. And then inhale. Gently come back to the center here. This time your right hand behind you, your left hand on your knee, nice and straight in the air. And look behind your shoulder. Interesting, it feels like I'm really extending myself, but I don't think I am. I'm just sitting up straighter within each inhale and then a little more twist with each exhale. If you're trying to push these twists, it's a different feeling that we're trying to go for here. We're just trying to let your body open and release some of the things that it's doing right now. Back to center. Now I'm going to take the pillow away. Roll over onto my toes. Open up my feet. My hips are back onto my heels. This is a strong feeling, as it always is. Hands in front of you, and just push back into your feet, into your toes. And hopefully it's a good, strong feeling, because probably you're even holding tension there. And inhale, go forward over your wrists as far as you can, and then exhale, back again onto your toes. Forward over your wrists, and then exhale, back onto your toes. Push your hips into your heels. And one last time forward. And one last time back. Now have your fingers facing your knees. Eyes of your elbows forward. Let's just do a little bit more rocking here. Don't lose your balance. Maybe side to side. Nice and slow breathing. And strong sensation on your feet. And that's your last inhale. Come back up. Shake out your hands. And we'll just go into this into a tabletop with your wrists below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. And just inhale, drop your belly as far as you can, put your butt up into the air as far as it can, and then exhale, push away, separate your shoulder blades as far as you can, and then just move with your breath. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. Now we're going to walk ourselves forward just a little bit with our hands into this puppy pose. Nice straight line between our wrists. Your butt's in the air. Your head's down the ground, or your forehead's down the ground. Nice straight line. Just really focusing on your breath here. And one last big inhale. Now your big toes go together, your knees apart, and your hands in front for child's pose. Again, your forehead's going down to the ground. If you can, if you want to get a little bit more stretch, go on your fingertips like that. Open up your hips. Open up your belly, your chest. Really focus in on keeping your hips under your heels. Just keep focusing on your breath. And inhale. Push yourself up. We're going to go on our knees. I'm going to grab my pillow again behind me so I can sit more comfortably on my knees. And for me, I can do this. If you can't do this and if it's not comfortable, then don't. So check in and see how that feels right now. We're not doing stress. My hands on my quads here. I can feel that everything's slowed down a little bit. Everything is manageable. There's still a little bit of panic stuff that's on the edge, wanting to come through. But I'm going to keep breathing nice and slow and even in and out. I'm just going to take a moment here, and I'm just going to think about the stuff that is going right. And even though that stuff's not necessarily in my control either, and even though the stuff that's going right may not feel as good as the other stuff feels bad, we're just going to grab onto that. Keep our breath nice and slow, nice and even. Close your eyes. Keep breathing through your nose. Back still straight. And I hope this has helped you make you feel better.
Standing.